welcome back to the Northeastern. The bridge is virtually complete, just waiting for that last piece of 6mm plywood to go off. It's PVC in place. The stone sheeting is on, and that's looking good. Just gotta wait for the capping to be done, and then that's completed. Along with the paving as well. Now before I put the bridge in place, I did do the ballasting ready, so that's done. Okay. I will be doing a separate video on ballasting when I come to do the MPD. Now then, my next task is to lift up the track in this base section. From there and to here. The main reason for the change is when the engine comes off road, it will normally follow the track down, all the way down to those two right hand turnouts there and go into the bay. So by moving the tracks from there to here, we'll just make that operation a lot easier. So what I'll do now is I'll make a start on lifting the tracks. So I shall see you in a bit. Okay, the track work has now been removed from the bay platform area, and as you can see I have a little notch there in the side of the platform. Now that's to take the right hand turnout. So if you put that up to the line, and when you flick that across, swap hands, it's just so that when the track's in place, so it doesn't catch the platform when it flicks across. That's all that's for. Right, when I started putting the track down about a year ago, I used the wrong fish plates. These are for standard rail, not fine scale. So just beware that when you buy the code 100, you get the code 100 fish plates, or when you do the fine scale, you get the fine scale ones. It's not a lot of difference, this is a fine scale one. And this is a standard one. Now there's not a lot of difference between the two. Okay, the polyfiller's gone off and I've sanded the holes down flat with the baseboard, and I've fitted these 2 points in, ready to take the track. Now because I've had to move this point, the right hand turnout, further up, that means my curves are out of sync now. I've got to reset the curves. Now I'm going to do it, I'm going to use these track setters. So I'll just put you down for a minute and show you how I use them. My original lines have more or less disappeared. You can just about make them out here and there, but to reset the curve, I'm using a 30-inch track setter. So this point here is already fixed, so what you do, you just put the end of the track setter into that throat of the point, and then start straight away. It sets the curve. Now what I do is just put a temporary pin in there, make sure that's still flat, take it out and move it along to the next bit. Hopefully that should line up with my point back here. It more or less does. So I'll just mark it now. Right, now that's ready for cutting, and it's going to be somewhere near the 30 inch. I have got a 36 inch one for the outside tracks, and that's easy peasy. So you use the track setters. They're a Pico track setter. You can get them in all different radiuses, from 30 all the way up to 42, I believe. Okay, right, I shall cut that and get back to you later on. Okay, I have now cut the track and fitted it, and it fits in there quite nicely. I've got a 2mm gap there and virtually nothing there, which is so what I'll do is once the track's pinned down, I can space the rails out so you've got the same gap either end. So about 1.5mm gap. But that radius looks quite good, and that still fits in there. Both ends. So there you go. I advise you to get one of these, or depends on what size radius you want. There you go. I shall pin that down and then move on to the next bit. I'll just quickly put a pin in there. There you go. See you in a minute. Okay, the two new tracks are now in place. They fitted quite well. I didn't really have to use the set tracker for this one. All I did was just measure it off, because this one's the perfect curve. I just measured off with the rule and set it at equal distances, and you get more or less the same. So the good thing with the track setter, if you set the first one up, then you just measure it off, it more or less drops back in on the second one. Right, so the next piece of the jigsaw puzzle to do is all the way up to the end. So I've got this laid in ready, drilled a couple of holes there for my feeder wires. Once that's done, get the next track in. That's it. Job done. Then we can get on with the ballasting. Okay, so I'll do a bit more and then I'll get back to you. Okay, the track work is now complete in the bay platforms, plus the extra siding. 2 buffer stops are in. Finished. And I've still got a reversing loop here, which is good. Oh, another thing to mention with these track setters, you can get them straight as well. They're about 350mm long. So, but I've never used the straight ones. I've always used a ruler. Right, I think we'll do some testing now. See if it all works okay.